Chapter 6, Mishnah 2. This Mishnah gives another case of produce brought up to a roof. Someone brought bundles of vegetables, dried figs, or garlic up to the roof for the fresh air to keep them moist. If dew falls on them and wets them, they are not included in the law of Bechiyutan, i.e. they are not prepared for Tumah because he does not want the dew to wet them. The rest of this Mishnah and the following Mishnah discuss the Tumah status of certain foods available for purchase. All bundles of vegetables in the marketplace are considered tameh. Vegetable merchants sprinkle water on their vegetables to make them appear fresh. This prepares the vegetables for Tumah. In the market, the vegetables are handled and touched by shoppers, some of whom are tameh. Therefore, all vegetables sold in the market are presumed to be tameh. Another opinion. Rabbi Yehuda rules fresh vegetables tahor, because merchants do not need to spray fresh vegetables. They spray only vegetables that have begun to wither. Since the fresh vegetables do not come into contact with water, they are not prepared for Tumah. They thus remain tahor even though they were likely touched by a tameh person. Rabbi Meir rules, like the Tanna Kama, that all vegetables are tameh, even fresh ones, but for a different reason. Rabbi Meir said, why did they rule fresh vegetables tameh? Only because of saliva. As Rabbi Yehuda said, merchants do not spray fresh vegetables with water. However, they would use their saliva, which is capable of causing hechsher, as we will learn in Mishnah 5, to clean all vegetables from dirt. Thus, even bundles of fresh vegetables are prepared for Tumah, and they become tameh when touched by tameh shoppers. The Mishnah discusses other items sold in the market. All ordinary flour and fine flour in the marketplaces are considered tameh. Since such grains are soaked in water to remove the bran before being ground into flour, the flour is prepared for Tumah, and it then becomes tameh when handled by tameh shoppers. The above applies only to flour sold in the market. If a miller sells flour out of his home, it is not tameh. Since people who buy flour directly from a miller do not expect such clean flour, millers do not soak their grain in water, and thus their flour is not prepared for Tumah. The following grains, though, are tameh wherever they are sold. Chilka, tarchis, and taski, which are kernels of grains used to make porridge, are considered tameh in all places, i.e. whether they are sold in the market or out of a private home, because these types of grain are always soaked in water, thereby becoming prepared for Tumah. Since they are then handled by many people, some of whom are likely tameh, the grains are presumed to be tameh.